Have you ever opened a social media app for like just 5 minutes and somehow ended up feeling like everyone else is living a way better life than you are? You know the feeling. Your friends are traveling, maybe someone just bought a new house or an old classmate got a huge promotion. Meanwhile, you're sitting on your couch wondering if you're, somehow falling behind. If you've felt that, you are absolutely not alone.
Welcome to this explainer. Today, we're unpacking the absolutely fascinating psychology of FOMO. We're going to break down the ancient roots of this incredibly powerful psychological phenomenon and explore the very modern traps that keep us endlessly scrolling. But most importantly, we'll talk about how you can stop it from controlling your life.
Here is our roadmap for today. Section 1. What is FOMO? 2. The highlight reel effect. 3. Your brain on FOMO. 4. The hidden costs. And finally, 5. From FOMO to JOMO. Okay, let's dive into this. Section 1. What is FOMO? FOMO, of course, stands for the fear of missing out. Psychologists formally define this as the anxiety that other people are having rewarding experiences without you. And, it's not just a passing thought. It's a deeply uncomfortable, nagging anxiety rooted in the idea that somewhere out there, someone else is living a much better, more exciting life. But here's the thing. FOMO isn't some new flaw in your character. It's actually an ancient tribal survival instinct that's just gone wrong. Think about it. Thousands of years ago, humans evolved as highly social creatures. Being included in the tribe meant protection. Being excluded, missing the hunt, could literally mean danger or even death. That was the ancient threat. But today, the modern threat is totally different. We worry about missing a viral trend or a friend's perfect vacation. The actual threat of missing out completely changed, but our brains? They didn't. Which brings us perfectly to Section 2, the highlight reel effect. Our digital environment essentially weaponizes our natural instinct for social comparison. You can think of social media kind of like a movie where every single scene is someone's happiest moment. People are posting their promotions, their luxury purchases, those absolutely perfect sunsets. But in reality, you're comparing your messy everyday life to everyone else's heavily curated highlight reel. Constant exposure to all this manufactured perfection gives your brain endless opportunities to falsely tell you that you're falling behind. So why can't we just look away? Let's transition to Section 3, your brain on FOMO. FOMO isn't just emotional, it is intensely biological. It's driven by a powerful concept called variable reward. Basically, every time you get a notification, a like, or a message, it creates this sense of anticipation. And that anticipation triggers your brain to release dopamine. But here's the catch. Dopamine isn't actually about experiencing pleasure, it's about wanting. It's that endless anticipation of an unpredictable outcome that keeps you checking, refreshing, and scrolling, just in case the next post is something exciting. And this brilliantly illustrates the reality of that dopamine loop. The slot machine lives in your pocket. Variable reward is the exact same psychological principle used in casinos. You never know when the next reward is coming, so you just keep pulling the lever. Except now, the slot machine is right there in your pocket, you carry it with you everywhere you go, which means that urge to check is constantly being triggered. So what happens when we're stuck in this loop? Let's move to Section 4, the hidden costs. Now, comparison itself isn't inherently bad, right? It actually helped our ancestors learn useful skills. But think about the sheer scale of the problem today. In the past, our ancestors really only evaluated themselves against roughly 20 villagers. Today, the present reality is that you are constantly competing against millions of strangers. It's honestly like entering a race where everyone you're competing against is an absolute Olympic champion of the internet. It's a completely impossible, exhausting standard to live up to. And this endless exposure leads right into a related psychological trap called FOBO, the fear of better options. When we have unlimited choices on streaming sites, online shopping, or dating apps, it doesn't actually make us happier. Instead, it paralyzes us. We become so incredibly anxious about missing out on the absolute perfect decision that we can't even enjoy the choice we just made. When you combine endless comparison with this fear of better options, the real-world consequences are pretty severe. People end up spending money they don't even have just to impress complete strangers online. They say yes to things they don't even want to do just to avoid feeling left out. We've all caught ourselves checking our phones right in the middle of face-to-face conversations. Ultimately, this robs us of our sleep quality, our productivity, and our peace, leaving us with increased stress and anxiety.
We're so focused on out there, we miss out on what's right in front of us.
But there is some incredibly good news here. Your brain can absolutely be retrained. Let's pivot to Section 5, from FOMO to JOMO. So, the crucial point is that you do have the power to break this cycle. Here's a cohesive protocol to help you regain control of your attention. 1. Limit social media intentionally to give your brain some room to breathe. 2. Practice daily gratitude to shift your focus toward what you actually have. 3. Always remember the highlight reel effect. Every perfect photo completely leaves out the messy reality behind it. 4. Focus on your own timeline. Life is not a race against strangers on the internet. 5. Be fully present and put the screen away during real-life moments. 6. Choose JOMO. And 7. Define success for yourself based on your own values, not an influencer's lifestyle.
I really want to highlight number 6 specifically because it's a total game changer. JOMO, the joy of missing out. Instead of feeling guilty because you aren't at that party or on that trip, I encourage you to find deep peace in intentionally choosing to rest, read a book, cook a meal, or just enjoy staying home in your sweatpants. Sometimes the best experience you can possibly have is the one you intentionally choose for your own peace of mind.
Which brings me to a very specific, bold challenge for you. Number 7. I challenge you to delete just one social media app for exactly 7 days. Just 1 week. Notice what changes in your life. Do you sleep better? Do you think more clearly? Most people who try this discover something pretty surprising. The world actually keeps turning just fine without them checking in. You might miss a few updates, sure, but you're going to gain back something infinitely more valuable, your own attention.
Ultimately, psychology tells us that true happiness isn't found by constantly chasing what everyone else has. It's built by appreciating and being fully present in what already exists in your own life. So I want to leave you with this final, provocative question to reflect on regarding your own digital habits. Have you ever experienced FOMO, and what helped you overcome it? Take a step back today and realize that the greatest thing you'll ever stop missing is the present moment. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer, and keep learning.